Let's do it for the video. So the way we're going to set up the data is we're going to put a GIS 162 Spring 2019 video folder on our desktop after we clear everything else off into the old student info. We're going to open that up and we're going to make a data folder. Data. So again, I right click and then I go to new and I go to folder to make a new folder in Windows. I'm going to make a data folder and a say projects folder, and maybe an exercises folder, and more as we need them, but usually the main things you want to make are a data folder and a projects folder for any kind of a GIS project. So what we downloaded is going to go in the data folder. So if I go into the data folder and then I make a new folder called MGIS content _content, and then I put the zip file that we shared in there, and in order to find a zip file, what I just did was I opened a new file explorer window. So in Windows you can have multiple windows open, right? The way to get the second one open for a file explorer is to right click on this guy down here and say Windows Explorer. So that will open a second place where I can go navigate to, for example, my USB disk. So then, now that I have two of them open, of course I can just drag one over. I take go into my MGIS content folder and drag my MGIS data zip file in. Zip files are new to some people. Basically, if you have a zip folder, it looks like it's got a little zipper on the folder there, and it will say as the type compressed zipped folder. The way to open a zip folder is you right click on it and you can, I think all these computers should have an unzip program, but if it doesn't, say something like extract all, let me know and we'll get you one of the many free zip folders. So I just right clicked on it and said extract, and then I'm just going to say, yep, that sounds good. And so now it's taking it and it's uncompressing it. So the reason you zip something is when you want to share it with somebody else, it's a smaller file size. So when it stops, it's going to be a bigger file size and it's going to have a bunch of folders within this folder, and they're all going to be filled with data that we'll use for the exercises.
What are those like free unzip things? Because that's why I don't use my personal computer, because I don't have anything to unzip.
Yeah, let's show. So yeah, so I like exactly the two main ones are Win RIR or 7-zip. I like 7-zip. So if you type in 7-zip into Google, it's a very common program, and feel free to just hit download on it from the Google search. It's very safe. And the cool thing is once you download a zip program, the computer will just know you have it, so you don't really have to go find it again. So I think these are 32-bit computers, and you want the exe file. So you want basically just the top link. And so again, we downloaded it, and Chrome is nice. It puts it down here in this little window. But if you wanted to find it again, you could go to a new window, and you could go to Downloads, and then once again, I don't think it's downloading the downloads to the right folder. It must be in, oh, it's in the classroom? Weird. Okay. This computer's not putting the downloads in the downloads folder for some reason, but we'll come back to that. If yours isn't, we'll figure it out. So I'm just going to click on the executable program here. If you click on this little arrow in Chrome, oh, it was just about to run. So I hit OK, and then I just install that program. It was like 2 steps to install that 7-zip, and then close. And now if I go back, another trick that I just used actually. So when you're looking at a folder, you can click back up a level by clicking on the previous, like the next level up. So if I'm in MGS content, if I want to go up to data, I click there. If I want to go up to the Spring, the folder we also made up there. But then as I go in, you can see they get added on, so I know where I am in the file structure. Does that make sense? So I think I have to restart the computer to have it notice that I have 7-zip on here, but now that I've installed it, it should give me an option to have 7-zip unzip it. So install it and then restart the computer, and then it should work. And again, we'll come back, make sure everybody's kind of here. But I think that might be, that's as far as we should go for the first